we all thought we were middle class. I mean, and everybody in my neighborhood, we always talked about we were middle class kids, but we all lived in those apartment buildings and all that other stuff. So expectations, were really significantly different. We never took a vacation, right? We never saw people that had anything. You know what I mean? There were no wealthy people that we knew. Everybody we knew, just worked. I went to school. I had not free, but almost free education. And my aggregate cost for going to 4 years of school had to be under $1,500. That was really important. So it changed the equation for my family.
Student loan debt, I'm telling you, that comes back every single time. It's ruined our credit, so that we can't buy a car if we need to. The student loan institution is fundamentally just lodged against people that like us, I think, you know?
You feel like, oh, I should have myself together. And it's not until you find those one or two people where you open up where you're just like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do. And they're like, oh my God, we just got the foreclosure notice on our house. We know. And I'm like, no way. I call it the Facebook world. You present this best picture of yourself because that's what you want to show.
We're in our mid 40s right now. We still live paycheck to paycheck. And I know that that's so common, but it still feels to a certain extent like there's some failure.
My parents came from as did I, the great state of Mississippi. When I was 9 years old, my dad decided he needed to move to Chicago because he had heard there were lots of jobs there, and he wanted to get his two sons out of a place that he believed they would have no life. And so he moved us to Chicago. He gave us a great college education. The one thing that he would always say, though, is, now you need to pay that forward. And the way he demonstrated that, and he did it, is when my younger uncle was of age, he was the first one to come to Chicago. My grandmother asked my father if he could bring him to Chicago to live with us. So he lived with us for a year. He got married. His wife they lived with us for another 6 months. You are bound by this thing to help other people, to help people who are in your family and to help people who are not in your family.
I feel like if you're really poor, we could have so many things available for us. Or if we were even $100,000 a year wealthier, we'd have more things available to us. But there's this pocket of the working poor where
middle class.
You are literally the backbone of society as you support everybody else.